All right, good morning. I am super late. All right, sorry I'm late. I was working on, dude, for real though, I was working on posting to Instagram. I'm going to be working on that in the future, trying to get some things going on there. I do apologize that I'm late, but you should be able to hear me and see me, and hopefully you don't hold it against me. Don't tell me I've got two streams going on. Okay, just the one. All right, we got Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Yes, we do. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. All right, let me get some stuff going on here. Make sure I got my futures up. All right. So yes, I'm late. I've discovered Instagram allows me to slap on some GIFs because GIFs are my friend. So, oh, dude, sorry, I just smacked my mic. All right. What's up, man? Sorry about that. Let me just get going here. All right, there's a bunch of news to go over this morning, so I got to be quick about it. Lots of upgrades, lots of downgrades. The market is in a state of, like I mentioned yesterday, it's at a key decision point. A couple updates, real quick. I was able to get thicker lines on the flow index algo, and it looks like these blue lines are showing a little bit better. These are definitely dark pools. These are very important for us to be able to see. So I just wanted to make sure that, yeah, we can see them now, baby. There we go. We're doing good. Okay, lots of news. Yes, Amazon? Yeah, I'll check out Amazon. I'll throw it up right now while I go through this news a little bit. Not super bullish on Amazon. Let me get my block trades set. No blocks in the last 5 days? Bullshit. Oops. Dang it, I'm going to get smacked for that one. Crap. I got to be a little... Really? This can't be right. Maybe it is. Oh, wow, they're not buying into Amazon. I'm looking back 11 days for blocks. 10 days. 9 days. Wow, interesting. Okay. All right, let's get into the news. There's a bunch of stuff to go over. Disney is in the news again. Remember, it was in the news yesterday. Let's see. Tesla. Let's check and see what... Really? How is Tesla above 1,000 every single morning? What is going on? Dude, I swear if Tesla cracks 985, it's going to go to zero. This is just ridiculous. It's right off the 4-hour bottom, man. That is phenomenal for Tesla. 990 to 1020. I have 900 puts. That's why I was like, oh, go to zero. Make me rich. All right. And what do I want to use? The Qs here. That's why. Little dippity doppity doop on the Qs. All right. Disney's in the news again. They named their executive, Rebecca Campbell, to lead its new hub for international content creation to expand regional content for its streaming services. Said it plans to double the number of countries where its flagship Disney Plus service is available. So on the DL, I'm building something for Disney right now. Yeah, I am. True. I'm building something for Disney right now. NXP, Semiconductors, and AMD downgraded to neutral at Piper. AMD downgrade. Sorry, fellas. AMD 125. What? Oh. AMD, let's go to the downside. Welcome to the dark side, AMD. Clickety clackety clapped. Wow. Is that monthly bottom? Hold on. Oh, it's about to fall out of the monthly bottom? No. Ooh, that's huge. Hold on, I gotta let the group know this. AMD falling out of monthly bottom and downgraded. What's the monthly bottom? What is monthly bottom? 125.50. Huge news for AMD. If AMD cracks 125.50, oh, it's going to be free falling. All right. Alibaba, Baidu up 5% over, and other Chinese ADRs. So that would be like JD, right? Pinduoduo. Sorry. Right. Baidu. They're all up over 5%. After China's cyberspace regulators denied issuing a document with new guidelines requiring the country's major internet companies to seek approval for new investments and fundraising. Y'all been waiting for Baba to recover. Here it is. Let's go, Baba. Big rally, up $8. Back up into the daily for our top incoming, right at 140, 138 level. Above 138, Baba gets super woody, like super woody, up to the monthly mid at 156, 165. Pinduoduo is another great ADR to trade. It's got way more uptrending capabilities. It does gap and crap. So play the downside, play the upside. Looks like it gaps up overnight. I believe that's what happens with it. And then Baidu. Baidu's out of the top of the 4-hour and the daily on the 30-minute. Next stop for Baidu, if it holds this level, is a 200 SMA at 172. Right, another $15 move. Baidu or Pinduoduo can make that move. Okay, it can make it. So Paraboomer setting up here. Boom, big old cup and handle. Let's go, baby. All right. So Google, Amazon, and Facebook will be the focus of a U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee today. It's set to decide later this morning whether the full Senate should vote on 2 bills aimed at reining in tech giants. Lawmakers are expected to consider an amended version of the bill introduced by Klobuchar and Grassley that would bar tech platforms from giving preference to their own businesses on their websites. I mean, that's not already a law. What? Moderna and so I went to fire Moderna yesterday, but I fired Roblox instead. My bad. But yeah, I can't believe that's not already a law. Basically, what lawmakers are saying is, hey, Google, you can't give yourself preferential treatment. And Amazon, I don't know about that. That's kind of BS. Like, I post my website on my website, right? In healthcare news, Novavax, Invax, and Australia announced an advanced purchase agreement for 51 million doses of its COVID vaccine last January, with an option for an additional 10 million. That doesn't make sense. Since last January. Invax, death rattle, right? I don't think there's anything that can help this. It will reject the bottom of the 4 hours, come back down to the weekly bottom. If it breaks below the weekly bottom, right, we need to look at 80. If it can get above 99.50, then it moves to 109 and then 113. Could be setting up a big old nasty inverse head and shoulders, but it's been downtrending all week. So why would you trade something that was at 115 that's now at 90? Maybe. I think there's probably better stocks out there. Vertex, VRTX, upgraded to outperform from market at BMO Capital. This is uptrending, right? 200 to 234. Big old rally up. Let's look at this sucker, right? So where are we at? Keep in mind, this is a 30-minute chart. We're in the daily cloud, trying to get to the 4-hour top, right? So if and only if, oh, there it is, it's making the move already. 233.50 for all-time highs on Vertex, VRTX. And then in financial news, Discover had earnings, right? What do you think happened? They missed on revenues. Says total loans ended quarter at $93 billion, up 4% year over year. They've provisioned a Q4 credit losses of $263 million, decreased 268 from the prior year. Said credit card loans ended the quarter at $74 billion, up 4%, and Q4 quarterly payment services volume was $83 billion, up 19%. So they missed on earnings, but everything else has been up so far. If they fall out of the bottom of the daily cloud at 114.25, excuse me, 113.60, look for another larger downside move to the weekly bottom at 108. Okay, I'm going to get through the news, and then I promise to show you how to look at bearish markets from a bullish standpoint. It's important that you look at this. If you've never traded the bear market, it's going to take your lunch money and it won't give it back for another year. So unless you want to loan the stock market a bunch of money, you might want to pay attention. Okay, Eagle Bank Corp, Fifth Third. Buddy of mine is Fifth Third Trading. I think he had to change his name because of Fifth Third Bank Corp, to be honest with you. FITB, right, came in flat, which is better than losses. They are out of the 4-hour daily weekly bottom above the 34, right? Slingshot squeeze getting ready to fire off. 50-50 on Fifth Third Bancorp, possibly. Silvergate Capital, SI is upgraded to buy from neutral at Goldman Sachs, saying their shares are now trading 2.2x tangible book value and 15.58 PE over the 2023 estimates. Shares now trade at the lowest levels of valuation since they initiated coverage. Let's go, baby. Let us go. Okay, this is going to be a good move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If and only if we get out of the 4-hour bottom. So above one, let's just call it 114.50 to the 4-hour cloud, or the daily cloud. Trade the daily cloud from 115.65 up to 121.50. Then you'll have some resistance and maybe some profit taking. If you can get out of the daily cloud at 121.50, 4-hour mid 125, 200 SMA back up at 130. There's a decent move here. As long as we don't chop, right? That would be the worst, and it may do that for a little bit. The RAF, since I got buy signals on the upper end, JT multi-trend, right, is green yellow. Double green is usually good. Green yellow is kind of choppy. If you look at yesterday, right, see how everything was double green going into the end of the day, right? All these squeezes released to the downside. Unfortunately, we got a reversal and a move back up. Okay. All right, Valet is not, it's not Vail, it's Valet. Must carry out preventative work on 18 tailings dams at the company's mines because of heavy rains in December, January. It is told by prosecutors in its Brazil minus Greer state. Look at this. Again, out above 1650. Sorry, 1640 to 1670, right? Pretty decent uptrending stock if you're looking at something that's outperforming the market over the last couple days. If you would have got into this stock at the beginning of the week or the beginning of the month, right, you'd be up a couple bucks already. Okay. API. Collapse groups and settings. You'll likely flow line thickness. Yay! Thanks. All right. API showed crude inventories rose 1.4 million barrels last week, while gasoline inventories rose 3.46 million. Distillate inventories fell 1.17, and Cushing inventories fell 1.49. Again, we have not paid attention to crude, which we need to, because the energy sector, which is XLE, is on a rampage. Ooh, downturn. Okay, so we've triple bottomed, right? Right, 1, 2, this is our third bottom. If we break previous lows on XLE, energy sector will come back down to the 4-hour bottom. If this holds, we get to move up to the 4-hour top. Triple bottom, double top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Failure. 5. Look for a downside move. Okay. Yeah, we're getting super oversold though. Kinder Morgan, Alcoa, AA, right? Blowout earnings. They're smacking into the 50-200 SMA. This is an ugly looking chart. I don't even know why. I don't think we should trade that. Okay. Amazon. All right. So Amazon is down, or excuse me, Amazon announced the opening of its brick-and-mortar apparel store in LA, the first foray by the online retailer into the sale of fashion through physical stores. So we're downtrending, 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 double bottom. Well, what happens when Amazon double bottoms? Rip your face off. So let's just look what this looks like. Keep in mind this is a 30-minute, okay? So 21 EMA rejection, 21 EMA rejection. If we reject the 21 EMA again, then we make a lower low. If we can clear and close above the 21 EMA, right, 2 30-minute candles, because then we have confirmation of a trend reversal, then we can look at Amazon, right, taking out one second here. There we go. We can look at Amazon taking out the 4-hour bottom, right? Back into the daily cloud, play the daily cloud from 3170 to 3205, but it definitely needs to confirm trend reversal. This is what I mean by that. We get above, right? Above. This number 2 got to stay above the 21, right? At least on the 30-minute chart. If we reject that, since Amazon's super heavy, double red, slingshot squeeze getting ready to take place, we may have an opportunity here to play the downside. This is what that move would look like. So we go up, we reject. Come on. Reject the 21. Come back down. We back test the 4-hour bottom, and we come back down to the weekly bottom. Sorry. We would make a lower low. That's what this possible move could be setting up. Okay. Do you see it played out throughout the day? Quick pop pre-market, pull back. We confirm support. We rally back up against the bottom of the 4-hour cloud, right? That rejects. We take a big old move to the downside. Same move up. We back. You know, this is just an exaggerated view of it. Where we back test the 21 EMA, which is here. 21 holds for support, and then we get a decent move to the upside for Amazon. Okay. All right. Walmart downgraded to sector weight from overweight at KeyBank. Do you all remember when I said last week that Simpler Trading and John Carter was going long on Walmart? And I said, whoa, the algo is pointed down, right? This was, this was back, let's see, this is back here, ISK, right? Well, all that bearish divergence played out. This divergence is not up. It's played out, right? Divergence occurred. This point, right? That's played out. The algorithm is now trading with price action, right? They got a downgrade. 143.94. Is that correct? No, that's not correct. What are they trading at right now? 142.87. Why is that number not updated? Lame. 142.85. 142.85. 142.85. So Walmart is currently trading down in here somewhere, right? If it takes out this dark pool level at 142.50, then we look at previous lows, 141 or 142, big gap down to 140.84, and then slow grind down. Okay, that's Walmart. Walmart did not like that downgrading news. Big old rally in a close yesterday though. From 30-minute chart, it's below the 50, getting squished between the 50 200. Typically when that type of simple moving average squeeze happens, if the 50 breaks, right, so 50 200, right, squeeze, right, if it breaks through, it's going to yank price down with it. If it bounces, then it'll pull price action up with it, right? But that 50 200 crossover, it's called a death cross, and it's the death cross for a reason. Okay. Ford downgraded. Ooh, to hold from buy at Jeffries, which means that they're no longer buying into Ford. Right? I think we knew that based on the algorithm, right? Yeah, oh, that's right. I went over and I was like, what is this big, massive? That should not be happening. So, where's the divergence? So, divergence occurred here, right? That divergence played out. Yeah, the Algo is whack on Ford right now. Hold on. Hold on, please. Okay, sorry, I'm just checking. I'm hearing my my thing go off, and I don't understand why. Okay, sorry, I just had to. So yeah, Ford downgraded. It's holding the weekly bottom. Whew, that's a big drop. All right, so it's holding the 200 SMA right now, right? Or no, it's holding 3 standard deviations away from the mean on the 3-hour. If it breaks 2178, 21's incoming. So that would be a move to weekly bottom. So I like a continuation move on Ford down to about 2050. Okay, below 2050 it starts to get super ugly for Ford. It just doesn't have enough long-term liquidity built into this rally for it to really hold up. Okay, United Airlines, remember we talked about UAL having earnings yesterday. Q4 revenue is down 25% to 8.2 billion versus 7.96. Q4 adjusted EPS loss at a negative $1.60 versus 2.11, which is better than expected loss. It expects 2022 adjusted capital expenditures to be around 4.2 billion, sees 1Q capacity down 16 to 18% versus Q1 2019, will fly fewer available seat miles in 2022 than 2019, and will decline significantly over the course of 2022. Expects Q1 2022 total operating revenue to be down 20 to 25% versus 2019, and expects its forward year 2022 capacity lower than 2019. UAL, sorry buddy. See this clean bounce off the daily bottom, right? So this daily bottom is pretty big magnet. This daily bottom is a pretty big support level. It bounced off of it. It's trying to back test. Well, it hit the 21. So if it rejects the 21, then we see 43 incoming, right? Below 43, get a move to 42 and then possibly 41.50. Right, those are pretty big moves. Weekly bottom at 39.60. If it breaks below this 42, basically below 42, we have 39.50. Right? And that's on UAL. I wonder how that is affecting JETS, which is the ETF for airlines. Again, another situation like Amazon, JETS is trying to get back up above its 50 on the 30-minute. Slingshot squeeze getting ready to release. Not super thrilled with this JT multi-trend. It can't clear the 21 with any conviction, right? Pull back, 21 rejection, pull back, 21 rejection, pull back, 21 rejection, right? We finally broke above the 21.34, rejected the 4-hour mid, 4-hour bottom, right? And then it starts to trail back up. So if it can get back above 21.60 and clear 21.73, then we can get an uptrend. If we reject that, then we'll look at the downside. Okay. All right, that's it for news breakdowns. We have earnings after the close today. The only one I'm super interested in is in Netflix, but there's a bunch of them. ISRG, right? This one gets played a lot. ISRG's got earnings. Chevron has earnings today, so let's. Or CSX. I thought that was Chevron. They have earnings as well after the close. These are all after the close. There's a few of them. I posted them in the chat. But like I said, Netflix is really the only one I'm interested in. All right. Why am I interested in Netflix? Because Netflix typically misses on earnings. And so we may get a rally today, but we'll have to look at it. The strategy is an iron fly, which basically says, I don't think Netflix will close above the 4-hour top or above the 4-hour or below the 4-hour bottom. So buy the, what is this, a 520? Buy a, or sell a 520 call, sell a 520 put, buy a 530 call, buy a 530, or yeah, buy a 530 call, buy a 510 put to protect it, something like that. I don't know the exact numbers. I'll have to look at maybe a wider spread, right? So it might be instead of a $10 wide spread, it might be 15 to really be safe. If you do that, you want to make sure that you get a credit that's pretty significant, that's at least more than 70% of the value. Yeah, it's a whole process. Okay, earnings, or excuse me, events today. We've got jobless claims coming in at 8:30, continuation claims coming in at 8:30, Philly's Fed survey index for January at 8:30, and then we have home sales at 10 and natural gas inventory at 10:30. The natural gas inventory will affect the market, so will jobless claims. Okay. And then finally, just to wrap it all up, U.S. futures are looking higher, looking at a bounce back after finishing on the lows late Wednesday, with S&P futures up 0.5%. Looking to recover key technical levels that were breached for the S&P, Russell, and NASDAQ. On Wednesday, the NASDAQ declined 1%, leaving it down nearly 11% from its November record high close, marking the fourth time in nearly 2 years that the tech-heavy index found itself in a correction. That's defined as a 10% move off of highs. Tech and other growth stocks have been tumbling since late 2021 due to the gross expectation that the Fed Reserve will become more aggressive in raising interest rates to control inflation, with the expectations for them to hike between 3 to 4 times this year, included at the March meeting. Bespoke noted that through 12 trading days, the NASDAQ composite is off to its fourth worst start ever. Right? 2008 down 11%, 16 down 10%, 9 down 8%, 22 down 8%, and 96 down 5.1%. So we will get into the futures in a second. Let me just get through the Asian markets. And in the Nikkei index jumped 300 points. Way to go, Bay. Over 1%. So settle at 27,772. The Shanghai dipped a few points. The Hang Seng surged. And in Europe, the DAX is up roughly 30 points, while the FTSE is down slightly. Investors get another heavy dose of earnings today, dominated this morning by regional banks. Now, I'm going to show you the concept of rallying to the 21. Right? Selling the rally is what it's called. Okay? You buy the dip, sell the rally. This is our futures chart. Okay, let's crack that sucker to the daily, and we will get into it very quickly. All right. Typically, just if you're new and you're wondering what you're looking at here, this is our futures. The top row is our main futures, right? The ES, the Nasdaq, the Dow, and the Russell. On the bottom row, we have gold, crude futures, T-bonds, right? I think it's 10-year, 20-year. And then we have the yen. Typically, what the motto is bottom row down, top row up. That's the way we like to trade stocks. I'm just kidding. But for real though, these should move inverse. Like if gold is down, crypto should be up. I've come to find, right? Crude is a good energy sector kind of, pulse. T-bonds, which is TLT, right? This is TLT if you want the equity conversion of it. And then the yen is just a financial feel, right? And then so TLT, or ZB, which is the bonds, if they're down, typically the ES will be up, right? So we're going to hop into these real quick. We're going to look at the daily, and then we'll jump down to some hourlies. Now, remember yesterday I mentioned that we had rallied to the 382, and if we could get above it, we could move back up to the 50% and have a correction. However, we closed not at low lows, like not low lows chicken and waffles, but look, I've got this little demand zone way over here that I wrote long time ago in galaxy far away. We still have a little bit more room that we can move down, right, to complete the double bottom. There's thoughts, trust me, there's a whole sector of people that think we're gonna hit the 200 SMA, right? I feel like that would be a pretty significant move from 45, whatever we're at, back down to the 200 SMA. So the concept of rallying to the mean is what we did back here. So we fell off a cliff. Let me clear up some of this stuff. Right, we big old massive pullback, rallied up to the 21. We closed one day above it, the next day below it. So you would short at this level for a massive pullback. So we haven't held the 21, we didn't hold the 50. Logically, right, the thought would be we move back down to the 200, which happens to coincide with this little previous supply zone that should become our demand zone now. Okay, basically this doji from September 27th, right? We'll just use it. Because what had happened is we were uptrending, right? And this is the candle that broke the uptrend. We started downtrending, right? Rallied up. As soon as we got out of the top of this new supply zone, because coming up it would be a supply zone, right? As soon as we got out of it, what happened? We ripped, right? We broke through this little micro supply zone because most of these orders right here had been filled, right? So coming back up through. Also, it would have been a 1, 2, 3 reversal. That Wu-Tang, or that Wu reversal. Or not, I can't say Wu-Tang, but we can say Wu reversal, right? Wu reversal. Okay. We are coming down to it. We've got to look at previous lows, which is what we took out yesterday, right? We took out the low from, we took out the low from December 20th, right? So also, if you haven't noticed, pretty much the 18th or the 20th of every month, right, you get that low. So the 20th, right, the 20th. November we were at a high. All right, October was a little off, but there's, 19th of July, 19th of August, 19th of September, right? The 12th of October, right? So there's a cycle, obviously. Okay. So I'm hesitant to say go long. I'm also hesitant to say go short because it is, right? it's setting up for a 1, 2, 3 bar play to the downside. So, first trick of the day. Let's look at. I'm very bullish by nature. I can see things going up. I like to target levels, right? I can draw lines. I can say, hey, I think that we're going to get to this point. Well, after doing that for so many years, right, it's kind of hard to flip your brain around. So instead of flipping your brain around, go ahead and flip the chart. So what you could do is you could invert your scale on TradingView, right? Now this looks like a very bullish position. You're like, whoa, Wu-Tang, Wu reversal, double top, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Elliott wave coming in. We've only got resistance overhead. We've got an upside target. Well, no, this is a downside. All you do is you invert the scale on TradingView on Thinkorswim. Let me get that fired up so I can show you how to do it on Thinkorswim as well. And we will go from there. So 1 second, let me get it moved over. So looking at the ES from this scale, it looks like, oh, very bullish. Maybe we get a little bit of a pullback and then a continuation rally. So, if we were to mark this up using Elliott wave, would be 1 up, right? 2, this would be the third wave, right? Because we'd have to go basically twice the length of the 1 if we count the candlestick, right? Or if we count the wick, right? If we count the wick, if we just count the body, then we're in the third, right? 4 down would be corrective, and 4 could come all the way down to like just barely above here, but it's usually about a 618 retracement before you make your 5th wave move, which is typically the shorter of the 3. But that would line right up with a complete retracement to, where did I get this low from? Whoa, what's up, cowboy? Where did you, why did I put that there? That should be there. Oh, that's going to change everything around. Dang it. Sunny beaches. All right. And if I ran off of this one, yeah, this retracement would be completed. Hold on. Just checking a couple things here real quick. All right, so if we go from high to low, right, then that makes sense. There we go. We need to use that Elliott or that fib level, because what happened is from the high, we retraced to the 618. We made a little bit of a rally trying to recover, failed, came back down all the way down almost to the 382 within a couple of dollars on a $4,000 symbol tool, equity symbol future. So within a couple dollars of a 50% retracement from this level. So that makes sense. This would be the 1, 2, 3, and then 4, possibly come back and test the 618, right? And then 5 move to that could be the whole move, but what I'm saying is this, okay? We could potentially very easily rally to, and the reason I like TradingView, doing it on TradingView this way, is because it actually inverts the numbers as well, where on Thinkorswim it just inverts the chart, the candles, okay? So today, do we get a rally to 45.72.50 and then a retracement back down into the Friday and maybe early next week? Or do we break the 45.75 wall and continue to move back down or back up to basically this line right here, right? This green line. The simple fact that our moving averages, right, this 50 and 21 are about to cross over to the downside, and with the 50 as a target, or the 200 as a target, I think we get a quick rally, an initial rally, and then maybe a longer continuation move over the next couple of days. Let's look at it on the 4-hour chart. I switched my chart, so it flipped it over, right? So I have to go back here and flip it over one more time. it didn't flip it over. Sorry, it kept the scale, right? So on the 4-hour chart, nice retracement, the 50% retracement. We're fighting our way back up to the 618, which is also, this is the 21 right here, this red line. I know it doesn't look, it's the 21. So the move would be you short the rally, okay? We're going to get a rally up to potentially, 4,600. Let's just say rally to 4,600, or, well, if this is falling, we get a rally up to the 21. Well, you sell the 21 in anticipation that it's going to make a larger move back down to the 382 retracement. Okay, I'm going to invert the scale one more time for everybody that looks at things bullishly, and this is a bullish move, right? We're like, oh, it pulled back, it did a 50% retracement, it's rallying up, it's pulling back, it's consolidating, forming a bull flag, right? We're expecting a big old move to 45.11 and then possibly 44.52. Well, yeah, that makes sense, right? In this case, we have stacked positive moving averages, 850-200, right? But it's really negatively stacked. Hopefully y'all are starting to get that. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So that was the ES. That was very extended discussion around the ES, and hopefully that kind of helps everybody get a little bit of grasp on the situation, a little better grasp. Come on, give me my lines. What's up with you? What is up? Why isn't my tool showing? Yo, come on. Thank you. All right, so we have, I've screwed that line up. How did I mess this line up so bad? Oh, it's because that was a daily. This is a 4-hour. Okay. All right, this green line is the 0 line. It is the line in which deviations are created. So 1 standard deviation, right? 2, 3 on a regression line, right? It's a regression line. Okay. So hopefully everybody understands kind of what I'm expecting to see on the ES, right? Maybe a quick little pop and then continued fade. If we quick little pop, pull back, support, possible inverted head and shoulders, right, on the 4-hour. But I don't know. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm babbling about the ES. Let's look at the NQ real quick. NQ on the daily. The dilly dally daily. Obviously, this is very bearish. You can just see it from here, right? We did move back to the snow line. If the snow line support holds, and we get a quick flush back up to the 382, or potentially the new snow line, or the last snow line, 15,000 seemed to be like, we hit, well, 15,000. Actually broke below 15,000 just by a little bit. Okay. Let's invert it. Wow, this looks like a very bullish play. Do we get a little pullback and a continuation up, right, to take out previous highs? Right, we do have some trading zones here. We're coming up into one right here. This one right here. That runs 14,997.50 to 14,720, right? That's definitely something we could trade within. This could be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move that we're looking for. Elliott wave move. So upside targets would be 15,284, right? Right, that would be longs. Shorts would be looking at this one here. $14,786.75. Sorry, I didn't mean to bang that. Right. All right. Again, 21 crossing the 200. All right. 50 getting ready to death cross. We'll reinvert the scale so we look at it normally, right? Is this supply zone or this demand zone enough to hold all of this weight, or do we just eat through it and continue back down to previous lows? All right, we're below the 21, we're below the 50, right? Below the 200. NQ super heavy. All right, that's the daily. Let's look at it on the 4-hour and then the 30-minute real quick, and I'll just continue on. 4-hour, we rallied down. We bounced right off of that demand zone, rallying up to check the 21. It's also a snow line, right? Snow line. This is a mogul line. I'm not exactly sure what that does, but we've got 2 of them in between the move back up to the next snow line. The 382 is obviously going to be pretty significant support resistance. It all depends on clearing, what is that, 19175, 1528450. Above that, then I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a head and shoulder, or another inverse head and shoulders forming. So we've got this kind of a move here. Right, that's your inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Okay. And then the 30-minute, which gives us a little bit, yeah, that's, seems to be pretty accurate. Okay, moving on to the next one is the Dow. And then, all right, so in this Dow move, we pulled all the way back below the 382. We're currently testing it. There's a little bit of a doji, right, indecision candle here. All right, there is pretty significant demand zone right here. Right, we came down, we kissed it. The last time we hit it, we ate it up and rallied up. This time we hit it, are we gonna continue to move down, or do we rally back up? The 382 is important. If we get that, so prior to this move down, we had nice positively stacked moving averages, 21, 50, 200. 21 is downturning, the 50 is downturning, and the 200 is overhead resistance. So a rally from 382 to 50% retracement for potential rejection or a breakthrough. So above 35,381 for a move to 35,723. We reject 35,381, move back down to 35,039 and lower all the way down to possibly 35,600 or 34,600. Okay, downside move. Looking at on the 4-hour. All right, little bounce. Do we reject the 21 and continue to move down? Let's invert our scale to see what it looks like. Right, this looks like we rallied up to a supply zone, right? And we're trying to build up momentum to eat up the supply zone, right? My supply zone's off by a couple dollars, so let's see if I can fix it. There, that's better, right? So pull back right to the 382. We would use that as support. Negative or positively stacked moving averages 21, 50, 200. We would rip through this. We would eat up. This would be, this would be a buffet right here. But remember, the scale is inverted, so this is a downside move. 34,550 is the downside target. If we retrace, 35381. Okay, and then finally, the last but not least, the old Russell, which is basically the redheaded stepchild of the indexes. So remember, I was like, wow, that's a really big move down to the bottom of that trend line. It's really not. It came down and touched it, right? I was like, that's going to be a big move. So the inverted scale, which is what this fib extension is inverted, which means that I use the daily, or excuse me, all right, I use this daily, I don't even know where I gathered that number from, some arbitrary number, but it hit. Let's see, what did I use? I went from here to there and back again. All right, regardless, big old broadening pattern you can see here. So we rallied up to this level, right? We came down, we touched it, we rallied up again, we came down and touched it. Now I think we might get a little bit of a reversal back up to previous highs, but I don't have the tools on this one. There is a pretty significant supply zone or demand zone right here that runs right here that we're in right now. So we're either going to eat up this demand zone and then rally, or we're just going to rip off of this one. So I think that the Russell, as far as any stocks go, right, has the greatest chance to make a move to the upside today. And I would be targeting 2120 and potentially 2150 on the Russell. So I don't know any stocks in the Russell. Let me know if you guys know any small cap stocks that are in the Russell so that we can look at those. If you want to play something to the upside, if not, just get your puts out and make sure you buy a call as a hedge in case the market does rip. But typically we're bearish. Okay. All right, that was a daily 4-hour. Same kind of situation. Like, do we get a quick flush and then a rally? Looking at the 30-minute. One second here. Are you serious? I just screwed that whole thing up. My bad. I tried to get cute with my charts. Wasn't having it. Like, dude, what are you doing to the stream? I'm like, my bad. All right. I was trying to pull up the old Thinkorswim. All right, so 4 hours. Let's look at the 3 minutes and then set all these. Retrace all these. All right, hopefully that gave you all a good idea of, you know, what's really cracking in the market. Like short term, yeah, we're getting some rallies. We're going to get, you know, some pops and drops and locks, right? Things like that. But overall, we're really heavy. Where'd my stuff go, dude? What's up? All right. I'm gonna make a note to fix my futures charts. Hold on. Fix futures TV charts. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay, so no questions about that. That's good. Let me show you how that looks for... All right. Ooh, the Tesla 950 put is right at a massive level. Let's go. Dude, that 950 put can go 1 to 30. Ooh. Ooh. Hold, please. I need to write this down someplace. $50 put. All right. So what I was going to show you was how to do the same thing on. All right. So what you see in front of you now is the ES chart on trading or Thinkorswim. Okay. Nice little Ichimoku cloud. This is as blank as studies as I can give you. Okay. So unfortunately, I apologize. I'm not. That's the most blank I can give you. It gives us our moving averages. It gives us the 50, the 200, the 8, the 21, and the 34, as well as the Ichimoku cloud. Let me just zoom in on this a little bit more so y'all can see what's going on. All right. Okay. So big old pullback right off of previous lows. Right. We have negatively stacked moving averages. The 50 is above us. Okay. So if we ever want to look at see what's happening if we want to do the inverted scale on trading or Thinkorswim, what you do is you just find your equity, your ticker, your symbol, or whatever, and you just put a dash in front of it, and you hit enter, and that will invert the scale. Okay, so if we were to look at this chart like this, we would be like, wow, that's super bullish. Okay, right? We've got positively stacked moving averages, 8, 21, 34, 50, right? This is a bullish move. Might get a little bit of a pullback, and then we rally up here to the 200 SMA on the daily. All right, well, that's negative 4,400. It's actually negative 4,421. We've got this cloud resistance, so we might get a little bit of a pullback. You know, it's the 1, 2, 3 move off of support. Everything looks good. Let's get long. Okay, this daily cloud, right? So this micro itty bitty tiny zone that we're hitting, that we're going to hit, is either going to make us or break us. Okay, because we're currently trading in this longer term exhaustion level. Right, this would be exhaustion. We finally had to pull back and gain some support before we continue to rally. Exhaustion, right? Exhaustion, 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 right? So this 200 SMA at negative or at 44.2164 is the upside target for a oh, I'm very bullish, right? This is a reversal, right? This is an inverted head and shoulders. Yeah, we might get a quick little pop to this 21 EMA right here. Let me get this zoomed in. Right, this green line is a 21 EMA, and we might get a little quick rally to it, right, up to that little orange dot there, right, or pull back to it. Well, this would be a rally to about 4,600, all right, and then from 4,600 we would short the market because it's very bearish right now. Okay, let me reinvert the scale so we can look at it normally. And again, the key to that is just putting a dash in front of it. And so this is the ES. We're looking at, oh, we're going to rally up to 4604.25. That's my level. And then if we can break up and put through it and, you know, ensure we have support at this level, we've got the 50 and the 34 right above us. I'm sorry, that's the 8 EMA. My bad. Let's try this again. So we got a 21.34 death cross. We might get a rally today up to, or may get a rally over the next couple of days up to the 4660 level, right? And then at that point we have to close above it for a trend reversal. More than likely, we're going to rally up to it and reject for a larger move to the downside. So today might be an up day. Next week might be down. Okay. All right. That took an awful lot of time. I will be right back. I got to go wake up my chicken heads, and then we will get into the Smart Money Dog Pool block trade algorithm software provided by FlowTrade. I'm going to look at the tickers real quick. I will pop them up so y'all can stare at them while I'm gone. Amazon, Costco, CRM, All right, that's it for a second. I will. Oh my gosh, my nose is killing me. We're gonna take a real quick break, and let me see where I can put this so it's not going to affect too much. Let's put it over here by my, as Johnny likes to call my big old head. All right, let's just do 5-minute break. All right, welcome back. All right, let's do this, shall we? Alrighty, let's go. My big head's in the way, bro. My big head's in the way all the time, isn't it? All right. All right. I need to take some specific notes here because if I don't, I'm gonna forget everything I just talked about. So, pop and intended down. It's also OPEC. It's also OPEX week, I believe. So, not quad witching, but monthly expirations, super volatile. All right, I want to check in on futures again real quick. No, employment numbers came out. Quick little pop, right? We got a quick little pop off of that. I don't know if it's going to be enough juice to keep us afloat today with gold up, crude starting to rally, bonds making a little move up, and the yen up. I think I'm going to stick with my initial thesis that we may get a quick pop today, looking at an extended move to the downside into next week or into tomorrow. Yeah, I like that. Contrarian also, we just reject, these mogul lines, and we can't hold these retracements, and we just fall off a cliff today. The Tesla move, remember I talked about Tesla? Just real quick, the Tesseract. While those 950 puts have the greatest chance of max profit, Tesla does what it wants to do. It did gap up, it's consolidating. 4-hour mid, so it'd be a 4-hour bottom bounce to 4-hour mid at 1040, and then 1080 is a 4-hour top. It's got its 50-day. Why did that thing repaint like that? That's lame. The 50-day was at what, 1058? Interesting, very interesting. So intraday Tesla, the 15 top, if it can't get through the 15 top, it'll come back down to the 15 bottom. Right below the 15 bottom, it comes down to the 30 bottom. I would like this. What did I say? Was it the 980, the 950 put today? Right, those 950 put. Tesla 20121 put 950. Is that right? I think that might be right. I mean, it's currently chilling at, so what is that, 250? 250 to, man. Like even 250 to 15 would be life-changing, right? Those would be a life-changing move if you caught this move right here from $2 to $30. How do we miss that last week? Ugh. I so want to catch one of those. Like, I'm fiending for it. I want to catch one of those so bad. All right. I digress. All right, let's get into it. This is a smart money dark pool and block trade algorithm software provided by FlowTrade. It tracks large institutions, hedge funds, and smart money. Okay, it's created its own index or flow index, and the flow index is a culmination of the algorithm's perception of what smart money is doing. We look to try to trade divergences where smart money is heading one direction and price action is heading another. Typically, those divergences play out within a couple days to a couple weeks, and all divergences must play out. For example, on this Micron, we had divergence that occurred right here at the 93.80 level, which is a regular block trade. Price was heading in one direction, the algo was heading in another. Well, when price hit resistance and the algo hit support, right, it reverted and it came all the way back down, and that divergence has played out, right? You're like, no, it can't play out. It's not. It won't happen, right? The algo started curling here, right? We knew that it trend reversing at that point, right? sell, right? Sell a call, right? Credit spread at this level, take it all the way down to here, right? Buy a put at this level, knowing that it's going to come down to at least this level. Buy the 94 put when it was at 98. Great downside move. Okay. All right. So looking at the current move, we have bullish divergence, meaning that the price action is heading one direction down to support. The algo is heading in another direction up to resistance. So when it hits that resistance point, which is probably going to be this regular block trade at 93.80, and if we get support down here in price action, well, price is going to rally back up to the algorithm, or at least to this divergence point at 91.60.70. So we've got divergence there, right? That's the divergence play we would look at, right? It's a little $2 divergence, but on Micron, that could be quite a bit of money. Does that play out today? Very possibly could. All right, Costco. So Costco is just trading with the algorithm right now, right? It's just trying to recover. Micro divergences have played out. We have some dark pool levels at 494, 494.50, or 494.80. Those will be the upside magnets. If those were sell orders, which I don't know, the algo's not really giving us a clue. If we look at the 1 minute chart, let's see what was going on at that point. That divergence played out. Currently making lower lows and lower highs. Does Costco pull all the way back to 485? It could. There's really nothing stopping it from coming back down to trade in this zone here. Okay. So for Costco, I wouldn't be bullish on Costco again until the algo started buying into it and price got above these dark pool levels at 494, 495. When that happens, we can look to target 503, 510, 515, and 520. Seriously? Bro, I'm streaming. Okay. That was Costco. What was next on the list? Sorry. Amazon. So Amazon, same kind of deal, right? Just trading with the algorithm, double bottom. Is this support? Did it make a lower low? So Amazon had good news coming out. It may be a good point, right? Amazon currently, right, double bottom. We have dark pool 32.19, regular at 32.24, and then a cluster at the 3300 level. Does Amazon bounce off of here? I think we get a bounce, right? Why wouldn't Amazon bounce off of good news, right? Like I said, we might get that would help with an initial rally today to trap bulls. But I like the, also keep in mind, Amazon is notoriously down on Fridays. So 31.75 is that level I have on Amazon. Amazon 31.75 and down to more. Okay. And then what's next? CRM. All right, so divergence has played out, right? You could see the divergence here, right? The algo started selling as price was rallying. Well, what happens? Price has to come down and fill that divergence, right, at that 227 level. So we've got regular and dark pool support at 220. What is it? 226 level. The algo is kind of double bottomed. So if the algo can, if they start buying into this level here, saying this is a good support level, then I would look at 227, 229, 230 as the upside move. That would be dark pool level to dark pool level, right? That would be, this is actually white lines. So let's see if I can show you this. White lines are where dark pools and block trades have printed on top of each other, right? Massive support there. coming up to another massive level there, right? You can see it, right? Hopefully everybody can see, oh, it's going to trade from the bottom of this zone to the top of this zone. If it gets out, then it's got another target, right? Another zone up in here that it could trade to, which is 231. If it breaks 225, excuse me, 226, let's just say 225.50, right? Or 225.75. Below 225.75, we get a flush back down to approximately 222. Right, basically down to here. All right, and that was CRM. And then finally, we've got I already did Micron. Let's do Home Depot. Tesla. CVX has earnings, bro. If you would have shown up on time, you would have known that. I'm sorry, Laz. Yeah, CVX has earnings. Or no, sorry. My bad. I was wrong. CSX has earnings. Chevron. And then finally, you want to look at SPY? And gold and silver. Yeah, we'll check those out in a second. Did I get Tesla in there? I did. Okay. So Home Depot, Algo trading with price action, right? Right at regular block trade levels. If it breaks 359.69 and closes below it, then we have a longer term move to the downside. Do the little trick I told you, flip it inverse. I don't know if we can do that here. Can we? Does it give it to us here? That's a good question. We will see. Laz is hooked up with the new he's hooked up with the predicted trades group, and I haven't heard from him in days. He's just over there raking in the cash. Like, bro, what happened? Where'd you go? All right, so I can't do that inverse trick. So Algo is pointed down. If this is a double bottom, we have white line magnets for Home Depot. I mean, they're not exactly on top of each other, but they're pretty close. I would call them upside targets. Sorry, my lines are massive right now. Apologize. Regular block at 35.69, regular and dark pool at 365 ISK, and then 372, 382. Okay, that's the upside magnet. Stair step your way up, right? But the algo is currently pointed down, and there's a regular block at 359.69. If that's a, let's see, when did it come in? That came in on the 19th, so that came in yesterday at the close. Right here, that block came in. So that might be a massive buy order on Home Depot. Let's see what Home Depot is doing now. Yeah, that looks like a buy order, to be honest with you. So Home Depot, it's got some work to do off of the monthly top. Bounce to 4-hour bottom, so 367.50, 375. Tesla. Right, Tesla algo's pointed down. Tesla's rallying off of these dark pools, right? They're like, oh, buy the dip, buy the dip. Well, smart money's still selling out. So if Tesla can get below 995, I think it comes back down and tests 980. That's why those 985s that I was looking at, I want to, oh man, I want to gobble those up if we can. Those 985 puts are, this would have been the day. Wednesday was the day to get them at 244. Why did I not do that? Oh, I was busy that day. Anyway, I don't know if we get another chance at these. These might be gone. Do not recommend chasing these. Look, yeah, those might be gone. Let's look at the 925s maybe. I have the 900s. Right? I have the 900s at like $1.50, so like right here basically. Do I want them to get, I mean, I need to be realistic. They may go to 3. That's 950s though. Those are well within reach. So I will be watching those. If they can pull back, if I can get those 250, which is, oh, I can't believe it hit 250 to 10. Every time it will hit. Every single time. All right, so I need to move on to some other stuff here. So let's get through the rest of your requests, and then I gotta run. Okay. CVX. Right, all that divergence is played out. Right, so the new algo resting at dark pool level at 129.96. If there's a bunch of buy orders in there, then we've got regular block resistance all the way back up to highs. However, if that breaks and this trend line breaks, bro, you know, this is right. Looks like that trend line yeah, it's a key decision point. If 129.95 breaks, then we target this downside move. Get back over here. Right, then we target previous low here, 128, and then this low here at 120, 126. That's a downside. If it holds, then look at the upside rally. Okay, the algo is just trading with price right now. It's not giving us a clear direction. Oh, that was a cool little move. And then the Spizzle, Mr. Spizzle, look at this. So we had right here, I'm telling you, 464.72, a bunch of block trades came in, right? They're just sitting there. They have not been filled yet. We had another dark pool level coming in at 458. The algo is trading with price action. That divergence played out. This divergence played out. This divergence may have played out, right? I need to see what happens with the algorithm at this level. It's going to come back down a little bit more. Right, there's a little algo zone right here. Right, if it bounces and rips and it'll yank price action up with it, there's a bunch of blocks up here that I don't think it's gotten filled yet. 119, 456.19. Right. So like I said, we might get a bounce today and then a down day tomorrow. All right. And then finally, gold and silver. All right. Gold, we have bearish divergence. It's plain as day. The algo's not selling. If the algo right here breaks its trendline support and continues in its downtrend that it was in prior to just a quick pop yesterday, I would be looking at gold down to 170, 169.50. What does it mean when the activity of the HFT has such sudden changes? That means that that a culmination of hedge funds all got together and decided that to do this transaction at the same time, basically, right? It was like a consensus trade. Okay, and then SLV, Algo's just steady buying, right? SLV, you know, ride it till the wheels fall off. It's gapped up, gapped up, gapped up. The Algos continue to buy into it. There's no separation, so I can't really give you a divergence play on it. So UNH, I got to run after this, sorry. All right, United Healthcare. Out of the healthcares, this is definitely the most bullish, right? Trendline support, looks like it broke it. We have a regular block at 462.50. That should be support. There's another one down here at 460.99. Came in on the 18th at the close. So this block got filled, right? It came in at this block got filled. We gapped up, we pulled back, gapped up, pulled back, double bottom support, dark pull magnet at 468, regular block magnet at 469.89, and then a dark pull at 473. The algo is making higher highs and higher lows. Look, we have divergence that's occurred right here. As you can see right here. This is the point in which the algorithm, or the flow index, and price have diverged. As you can see, flow index is heading in one direction, the algo is selling off to support, right? Once it finds the support, it should play out that divergence to at least 475. Okay, that's UNH. That's it. I got to run. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dark Pool Algo. I'm here every morning, Monday through Friday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I need to go find a trade for the day. Real quick, last little check-in on futures. Moderna, burn, die. I don't care about Moderna anymore. Last little check-in on futures, looking at it from a 5-minute perspective across the board. Right. Either it's going to be a quick little rally, or we find resistance and we pull back today. Like I said, short the rallies. Okay. So on the 30-minute, all right, let's look. Yeah, the 30 minutes probably a better look. So this is the 30-minute chart. All right, we're really trying to get above 45.52.25 on the ES. We're moved to 45.70. The NQ, it's got the 200 SMA on the 30-minute at 15.12. It rallied up, it hit it. We're starting to get some positive stack moving averages, but like, don't get head faked, right? Longer term moves, these are bearish unless we can confirm some conviction, retaking the 50, retaking the 21 on these larger time frames, like this 4 hour, right? We're nowhere near retaking it. Okay. The 39-minute is a good gauge, or the 30-minute is a good gauge. Like I said, maybe a pop today, longer move to the downside. Look at gold though, rally right back up to support, right? I don't know, man. Gold, I don't like trading gold at these levels. It's just sketchy. Right? Yeah, I think we get some pullback. Maybe back down to like 170, right? Just to pull back to complete that divergence that's occurred right here. That divergence is easy to see. All right, if you have any suggestions for me to trade today, please let me know in the chat or someplace. Reach out to me, let me know.